The next thing I want to talk about is deepening this concept of power. And let's just present another picture of an organisation. So we spoke about the 7 beacons. This is another picture, and it breaks the organisation into these 3 parts. And let me just bring up those so you can understand it. So what it's highlighting is that the organisation has a leadership and management component. It has an organisational structure, power, and all the way through to workplace culture, and that's one continuum. Yep. And then at the bottom there's a marketplace. And so the idea is that, as we said, a pioneer has an idea. If the marketplace likes it, they'll buy it, yep. And that will lead to growth in the organisation, which will then lead to a more developed leadership and management construct, which will then impact on how we're going to delegate power, yep. And how power is delegated and used determines workplace culture. So what I'd like to do is then talk about this specific. The line through the middle it gives a picture that each person has a role in the organisation, and that's within one function, and then that function is within the organisation. So the outer circle is what's going on in the whole organisation, yep. And then there's the inner circle is what's going on within each functional area, yep. And then there's obviously the person, and they bring those 4 functional areas into their job. Okay, and so power and trust is seen on the same continuum, and power is determined, as we spoke before, by the organisational structure. Right. The CEO or board consciously delegates power, right. To individuals down the organisation. So depending on how devolved an organisation is, yep. So some people have all the process people having all the power in the process. Right. A more structured hierarchical business will have power operating at the top. Yep. And so culture will determine how much power is delegated down the organisation. So in this, what I'd like to do is then break into this